Hey everyone, JCR here, and welcome back to the final part of the Super Paper Mario Any% video guide series. In today's installment, we'll be covering all of Chapter 8. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the other parts in this series. A link to the playlist will be in the description. Just mash through this cutscene for now. For this chapter, we want to hit the 300k level up as soon as we can, ideally before the 8-3 Dimentio fight. Once you're back in Flipside, another mashing cutscene will begin. After you exit Merlin's house, switch to Mario and Carrie. Head right on Carrie and go down the blue pipe. Hop on Carrie, flip to 3D, go down and drift left. Go left across this platform. Once you reach the other side, immediately go down, jump over the gap, then place the final pure heart in its pillar. After the cutscene ends, head forward and jump over the gap, and a quick cutscene will begin. From this point, we're going to make our way to Nolrem cutscene skip, and what you do here might change depending on which strategy you're doing. If you're doing the FLC strat, switch to Fleep immediately after this cutscene. If you're doing the gold bar strat, stay as Carrie for now. Flip to 3D, go right into this area, then flip back to 2D. Flip to 3D again, then go down right, and as soon as you cross over, flip back to 2D and enter the elevator to Flopside Tower. Once we're at the top, we can do Nolrem cutscene skip. Let's begin with the FLC method. After getting out of this elevator, walk to the right and line up for an FLC. You can either use the 2D or the 3D alignment here. Flip to 3D, and once you have the alignment, walk to the left side. Once you're in position, press 1, then hold up just a few frames afterwards. You should open the Chapter 8 door from far away, and just mash through some text until the screen fades out. The one risk with this method is that if you don't line up properly for the FLC, there's a chance that you could fall off the tower, which loses you a lot of time. You just have to take your time here and practice the FLC alignment so that you're able to get it in a run. For the gold bar clip method, switch to Slim, then flip to 3D after exiting the elevator. Jump to the right so that you're aligned with this wall. Flip back to 2D, face left, then use your gold bar. Flip back to 3D, use Slim, and align with the gold bar. Jump into it, then quick menu and switch to Carrie. Push out of bounds just slightly so that you're still on the tower. Hop on Carrie and move forward until the camera is in this position. Flip to 2D, then hold up left. Mash through some text and the cutscene should end. Mash through the opening cutscene to Chapter 8. After this cutscene's over, swap to Carrie if you need to, and head right. At the end of the room, flip into 3D and enter the door. Hop on Carrie and go right, jump over these Koopa trolls, then enter the door. Flip to 3D in this room, and to optimally go up these staircases, you can switch from up right to up left after each jump. Go to the very top and enter the door at the end of the room. Go right, jump over this eyeball, then switch to Luigi and spring jump up to enter the door. In this next room, spring jump up to this platform. What you do here depends on if you did Peach Skip or not. If you didn't do Peach Skip, just swap to Peach here and float across. If you did Peach Skip, switch to Mario and Thudley and do one Thudley jump to get across this gap. Then go down the pipe. Swap back to Carrie if you need to and go right here. Jump over these Tupa Strikers. Open the chest at the end of the room. Head back to the left, and once again avoid the Tupa Strikers. Exit the pipe at the end. Once again, switch back to Thudley and do a Thudley jump across the gap, unless you have Peach unlocked. Once you're on the other side, switch back to Mario and Carrie, then fall down and enter the door. Fall down to the right and unlock this door. Flip to 3D in this room and head to the end. Enter this door. Once again, flip to 3D in this room and climb the staircase using the same strategies before. You can get an Ultra Shroom from this block here. Go through the door. Switch to Bowser in this room, then hop on Carrie. Breathe fire to light the 2nd, 3rd, and 5th torches. After this cutscene, switch to Mario and climb to the top. Flip to 3D here, ignore that this door is off center, and go through. Mash through the cutscene to start the Chunks fight. Your character will be switched to Bowser automatically for this fight. For this fight, you can hop on Carrie and jump on Chunks while breathing fire to get 2 hits in. Repeat this process until the fight is over. Mash through this cutscene. After this fight, we'll be without Bowser for the time being. After the cutscene, hop on Carrie, go right, and hit the star block. Mash through this opening cutscene. Once you can, flip to 3D and move forward to the end of the room. You can opt to do this room in 2D, but you'll just have to avoid all the enemies in this room. Enter the door at the end. Here, just mash through the cutscene. We're going to be doing Merlin's switch skip. We can do this with 1 or 2 Thudley jumps, or a gold bar clip. If you're doing the Thudley jump, hop on this block and switch to Thudley. You can make this in 1 Thudley jump if you time everything perfectly. You want to jump right from a standstill and ground pound around here. You then want to Thudley jump pretty much at the height of your jump. From this point you want to jump forward, then once you're inside the hole in the ceiling you can hold down to land up top. If you didn't get the correct height for this, you can alternatively flip into 3D, move under this hole in the ceiling, then Thudley jump. Then jump up and ground pound just before you hit the ceiling. Thudley jump one more time, then you could jump down to make it up top. The key is in this chest here. Fall back down and place the key in the lock. If you're doing the gold bar clip here, start by flipping into 3D and lining up with this wall at the bottom. Switch to Slim, then throw your gold bar. Move forward, then switch to Luigi. Use Slim, then jump left into the gold bar. Switch to Carrie and clip slightly out of bounds so that you're still standing on solid ground. Spring jump with Luigi, then at the very height of your jump, head right and open the middle chest. Swap back to Mario, flip to 3D, then fall down and open the locked door. In this next room, flip to 3D and climb the stairs. Go all the way up top and enter the door at the end. In this room, go right, avoid the first 2 mushrooms, then collect the 3rd one. Hop on Carrie and flip to 3D here. You can momentum jump to defeat this Cremita. Collect this key, then go left and enter the pipe. Jump off the pipe, then get on Carrie, and go right. Unlock this door. In this room, a mashing cutscene with Merly will begin. Merly will ask you 3 questions here, and whatever you respond with will show up in the next room. You can select the first option on all 3 questions, unless you want an Ultra Shroom, in which case, select the 3rd option on the first question. Be very careful on the 3rd and final question, as selecting the 2nd option here will mean you have to fight Francis. After this cutscene, enter the door. Go right through these next 3 rooms, and avoid any enemies. Mash through the cutscene in this room. Here we're going to be fighting Mimi while staying as Peach. This fight in particular has a 1 cycle strat that saves over a minute. We just have to hit Mimi at a very specific time in her animation. As soon as the fight starts, jump on Mimi. From here you can opt to hop on Carrie or do the one cycle strat without Carrie. I recommend trying out both and seeing what works for you. Jump on her one more time and she'll play an animation of her leg snapping off. You want to time your jump with the exact moment her leg snaps off, or when her mouth widens. If you time your jump right, you should be able to skip the first animation cycle. Jump on Mimi 4 times, you don't need to worry about timing any of these. For the next jump, you once again want to time it properly and skip the second animation cycle. If you get the next hit, you can finish off the fight here by hitting Mimi 6 more times. If you miss a cycle skip at some point, just crouch down with Peach to remain invincible during Mimi's spin attack. If you're not using Carrie, you want to hold 2 to float with Peach. After this, mash through the cutscene. After this fight, we'll be without Peach for the time being. Once the cutscene ends, hop on Carrie, go right, and hit the star block. Mash through this opening cutscene. Hop on Carrie and go right. Hit this block, jump off the Skelebit, collect the fast flower, then go right and flip into 3D. Head up and enter the door at the end of the room. In this room, go right. We're able to take the bottom route in this room, as all that's required for the door to unlock is to just touch the top floor one time. So at the end of the room, switch to Luigi, spring jump up to the left, touch the ground, then jump down and enter the door. Switch back to Mario here, hop on Carrie, and flip to 3D. Jump up left and go through this window. If you're doing the Tonicless route, go up and open this chest to get an Ice Storm. If you did the Tonic route, don't worry about doing this. Stay in 3D and head down. Open this chest at the end of the room to get the key. Go up left, then jump through this window while holding down left. The camera will move here, so you want to rotate it to holding up, then open the locked door. In the next room, grab the mushroom block if you need it, flip to 3D and go under the staircase. Go to the end of the room and enter this door. Here, switch to Luigi, go right on Carrie, then hop off and momentum jump to hit this right block. After this, you can enter the door. In this room, stay off Carrie, then jump and hit the middle block. Enter the door. Hop on Carrie, jump off, and hit the right block. In this room, hit the blocks in the order middle, right, left. Once the chest spawns, grab the key and exit the room. Here you can switch to Mario, hop on Carrie, and go left to exit out of this door. Repeat this for the next 2 rooms as well. Once you're in the Tupa Striker room, go all the way to the left. Once you get to the wall, flip to 3D. Begin climbing the staircase while avoiding any projectiles. Enter the locked door at the very top. In this room, switch to Luigi and follow this specific path. Go over this platform, then under this platform, then jump up 2 times and go all the way to the right. After this, you can enter the door. We can complete this room the normal way, or use gold bar clips and FLCs to complete everything faster. For the gold bar clip, jump to the left wall and flip to 3D. Switch to Slim and use the gold bar. Go forward, use Slim and jump down into the gold bar. Switch to Fleep here and just lightly clip out of bounds. Run left into the next room, then as soon as you cross over, use Fleep to get back in 2D. Go left and open this chest here. After getting the key, continue left to the middle of the room. Flip to 3D, jump through the window, then head upright and stand on this platform here. Line up for an FLC while standing next to this right wall. Do an FLC, and if you did it properly, you should interact with the lock and get a door animation skip. For doing this room normally, go to the middle of the room, flip to 3D and jump through this window. Go up, flip back to 2D, and open the chest. Flip back to 3D, go down and through the window again. Go up and cross these gaps, then put the key in the lock at the end of the room. Mash through the cutscene in the next room. From this point, we're going to start the Dimentio Chase sequence. Once you can, switch to Fleep if you need to, then use Fleep to reveal a blue switch. Switch back to Carrie, then hit the switch. Mash through some text here, then hop on Carrie and flip to 3D. Go forward to the very end of this room. Switch back to Fleep, reveal the switch, and hit it. In this room, flip to 3D, jump upright until Mario is standing somewhere in this open gap. Use Fleep to get back to 2D. Jump up to the right, then you can switch to Thudley at the top. From here you can do 2 Thudley jumps to make it up above. If you don't want a Thudley jump here, you can opt to go through the lasers normally. Once you're up top, switch to Fleep, reveal the block and hit it. Swim to the left here, go down under this ceiling, then swim to the top and jump out of the water 5 times. Sink down and reveal the block with Fleep, then swim into it. Fall down and hit this block, collect the fast flower, and flip to 3D on this ledge. Jump upright, then flip to 2D, jump on the pipe, then flip back to 3D. Jump forward and walk across this ledge here. Jump to this ledge here, then use Fleep to reveal the switch. If your position is correct, you might be able to just walk left and hit the switch. If not, just jump again and hit it that way. In this room, flip to 3D, go forward, and drift left. Once you're behind the wall, use Fleep and hold left. Use Fleep again to reveal the switch, then switch to Carrie and hit it. In this room, just hop on Carrie and go right. You'll need to pay close attention to the screen and audio here so you don't miss the spot to use Fleep. Once you see the sparkling rift, switch to Fleep, reveal the switch, then swap to Luigi and hit it. In this room you want to play it the same as before, but without Carrie this time. Once you're up top, use Fleep in front of this door. Switch to Carrie, then hit the block. Finally, we're back to Chapter 8. Continue mashing for now. Dimentio will ask us to join him, which if you answer yes 3 times here, you'll game over. After you see the exclamation mark above Tippy here, you have just 3 text boxes left, then you can hold down and buffer the no option. Always remember to say no to Dimentio. From here we'll start the Dimentio fight, which I'll be showcasing 2 strats for, depending on if you did the Tonicless route or not. Luigi will not be able to use any pixels during this fight. If you have the Mighty Tonic, use it right as the fight begins. Shake the Wii Remote up and down to maximize the power-up's duration. Once you get the attack buff, stand under Dimentio and spring jump up to hit him. If Dimentio is low enough to the ground, you can get a spring jump hit just by tapping the down button or only charging 2 times. Dimentio has a few different attacks here. If Dimentio splits into 2 or 3, you can tell which one's real by who snaps their fingers first. If you aren't able to read it, you can guess or try to spring jump and hit 2 Dimentios at once. Dimentio will often spawn in, then immediately flip to 3D and shoot a projectile. While he's in 3D, stand just to the right or left of him. Then after he shoots the projectile, move under him and charge a spring jump. Release that spring jump as soon as Dimentio fully flips back to 2D. Sometimes after doing the 3D flip attack, Dimentio can be really annoying and immediately go back to 3D again, meaning you'll miss your spring jump hit. If this happens, you can just repeat the same process as before. You should be able to beat him very quickly with the Mighty Tonic. After the fight is over, just mash to the cutscene. If you're doing the Tonicless route, we're going to use our Ice Storm on this fight. Right as the fight begins, get Luigi spring jump hits on Dimentio. At the 300k level up, these will do 12 damage each. We want to get about 4 of these hits in on Dimentio. After the 4th hit, wait for Dimentio to fully spawn in again, then use the Ice Storm. Whatever you do, don't use the Ice Storm if he's flipping dimensions or teleporting, as the Ice Storm won't work. Shake the Wii Remote, and after Dimentio's frozen, he'll fall to the ground. Immediately run up next to him and tap the down button to get a spring jump hit. Wait a second, then get the final spring jump hit in by tapping down again. After this fight ends, mash to the cutscene. After this cutscene, we'll be without Luigi for the time being. Hop on Carrie and hit the star block. At long last, we've made it to the final level of the game. Start by mashing through this cutscene.
No. Yeah.
Hop on Carrie, flip to 3D next to these cont'ds. Head forward and enter the door at the end of the room. You should be able to enter before you take 3D damage. Hop on Carrie here, go right, then hop off Carrie and point the Wii remote at the screen to reveal the door. In this next room I'll be showcasing the one flip strat. Go right and wait for this platform. Once you can, jump over the platform, then fall down onto this one. Wait a second for the platform to finish rising and flip to 3D. Jump forward and drift slightly right. Do a medium jump past this wall here, then tap left to land on this platform, where you can immediately do another jump. Finally, jump all the way to this last platform, then tap left until you're barely able to see Mario or Carrie. Once the platform rises to the top, do a momentum jump forward to make it up to the door. To do the normal strat in this room, go right and wait on this platform. Once you can, jump over, fall down to this platform, jump across, and continue right until you hit this wall here. Flip to 3D, jump up left, then back to 2D. Continue going right, flip at this wall, then jump up right, then flip back to 2D. Enter the door up top. In this next room, we're going to do a precise jump to make an earlier cycle. Immediately hop on Carrie, jump right to this platform, then jump as soon as you pass the middle of this platform. If you did this fast enough, you should make it up to this rising platform. Just wait here until you see the next platform show up, then go right, flip to 3D, and fall down left. Hold down when you land to enter the pipe. Go right in this room, then switch to Dottie. Flip to 3D, use Dottie and enter this hole. Go all the way to the end of the room and open the chest. Use Dottie again, go down the hole, and right as you're about to take damage, switch your pixel. From this point, what pixel you switch to will depend on what strat you're doing in the next room. The fastest version of the next room consists of doing 2 Thudley jumps. If you're going for these, then switch to Thudley here. If not, switch to Carrie. Continue down and to the left to exit the room. For doing the Thudley strat here, start by doing 2 Thudley jumps to the right, and get high up enough to land on this platform. Once you do, switch to Carrie and go right to the end of the room. If you're doing the Carrie strat, wait in this exact spot. As soon as you see the platform, go right and jump on it, then jump at the very edge of the platform. Do a full jump off this enemy, jump off the platform, and full jump on this enemy to get to the door. This strat is a little slower, but it removes the 2 Thudley jumps. Go right in this room. You can do this room in 2D by timing your jumps over these mega muths. If you take damage or get a bad pattern, flip to 3D. Go to the end of the room and enter the door. From here we have the maze sequence. I'll showcase the solution for each room on screen here. For this room, start by flipping right away, head to the right through this hole here. Cross over 3 times, then head up to the end of the room and enter the door. In this room, hop on Carrie and move to the very end of the room. Flip to 3D in front of these gerbils. Then head left, go through this hole, and down left through 2 more holes. Finally, head up left and exit the room. For the final room, move right and flip to 3D in front of this Galbus. Pass by the first hole on your right, then enter the second one. Go straight right, then down in this room. Move past this hole, then enter the hole at the bottom of the room. Move right one more time, then head all the way up. Finally, you can enter the door on your left. Finally, go right in this room, then climb the staircase. Hit this question block if you want full health and 1,000 points. After that, enter the door to the final boss. In this room, we're going to be fighting Count Bleck first. The Count Bleck fight is really tricky due to the heavy amount of RNG. It's recommended that you fight this boss with headphones or some sort of stereo audio, as you'll be able to tell which side of the room that Bleck spawns on. Continue mashing for now. At the start of this fight, Bleck will be invincible. You need to hit his invincibility box 3 times to start a cutscene. If Bleck throws a projectile after you've hit him 3 times, the cutscene won't start until the projectile despawns. It won't despawn until it hits the ground, wall, or ceiling, so depending on the circumstances, it might be faster to purposely get hit by the attack to start the cutscene quicker. After some text, you'll need to hit Bleck one more time to start the final cutscene before the fight. Just continue to mash for now. During this cutscene, we'll get all of our party members back. After this cutscene ends, switch to Bowser, then use your Mighty Tonic. Regardless of if you're doing the Tonic route or Tonicless route, you should at least have one Mighty Tonic that you picked up in 5-2. Hop on Carrie and begin to attack Count Bleck. You can either jump on him or hit him with Bowser's Fire. After you get your first hit, pay attention to the audio and you'll be able to hear what side of the room that he spawns in on. Go that direction to hit Bleck again. Bleck has a number of different attacks. If he shoots a projectile, just avoid it and hit him. Sometimes Bleck will do a void attack, and if this happens, walk away from the void until you regain control of your character. The worst attack that Bleck has will activate a slow flower effect on you, so try your best to hit him before the attack goes off. Finally, the most interesting attack that Bleck has is his dash attack. During Bleck's dash attack, you can actually hit him an unlimited amount of times. This means if he dashes up from below you, you'll absolutely combo him. The Bleck fight starts out with the same pattern every time. He'll shoot a projectile, do a void attack, then he'll do his dash attack. What you can do here is hit him 3 times, then get up to the high ground and see if you have a chance for the combo hit. If you aren't able to, just continue the fight as normal until it's over. I recommend staying on the second highest level of platforms in the middle of the room, so you can quickly react to where he spawns. Eventually, the fight will be over. Just continue to mash for now. For the final fight in this game, we must defeat Super Dimentio. We can either use Carrie or Thudley for this fight. If you did the Tonicless route, you need to use Thudley here. After 3 more text boxes, jump right and hit Super Dimentio with fire 3 times to start a cutscene. You might take damage here, but we heal up automatically at the end of the cutscene. If you're doing the Tonicless route, then switch to Thudley just before the cutscene begins. Finally, continue to mash. Once we return, Super Dimentio's invincibility will be taken away. The first method I'll showcase uses Carrie. Start by hopping on Carrie, then use your Mighty Tonic. Jump on these 2 platforms, then jump right and breathe fire. Once you land, jump up and tap down to breathe fire again. You can repeat this process until the fight is over. If you want to do slightly more damage, you can try to hit Super Dimentio's head instead. Either method works, as this fight goes by pretty fast. To do the Thudley method, begin by walking to the right. Super Dimentio will lift up its hand, and you want to jump towards the right side of this hand to damage boost into Super Dimentio. Once you're inside, walk to the right, then jump and spam the 1 button to get a bunch of Thudley hits in. Once you're above Super Dimentio, keep trying to Thudley his head to do a bunch of damage. Repeat this process until the fight is over. If you fall down to the bottom, try to use the platforms to get back up top and do more Thudley hits. The rest of the run from this point forward is just text mashing. Congratulations on completing the Super Paper Mario Any % video guide. I hope that all of these videos helped. This series took a while to make, but I hope that you have a better understanding of the majority of tricks in this run. While this series is a mixture between a beginner and advanced tutorial, not all optimizations and smaller strats were shown off in this series. And on top of that, I guarantee that there's going to be new strats found after this series completion. So for my final recommendation, I recommend that you watch the most recent Human Theory task video, and watch some full runs from the top Any % runners. You'll be able to pick up a lot of smaller optimizations by watching both. I'll be sure to leave some links in the description for you to check out. And as for the future, if any major route changes or time saves are found, I'll remake the individual chapter videos accordingly to showcase new routes or new time saves. So keep an eye out on the playlist for these updates in the distant future. If you aren't already, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any new uploads. I've also decided to make a guide image that contains some of the codes and important information that we went over in this video series. You're free to use this as a guide during your first run, and I'll also link this image in the description. I want to give a few shoutouts to people who helped out during this video series. Big thank you to ZachLink99 and SacredGhost for helping record footage for this series, as well as providing general advice and info for the videos. Another huge thank you to NmFlash for helping lay out the structure of this video series, as well as being super helpful and providing feedback on a lot of things. Another thank you to Doopsie, Ghost, and other SPM runners for commenting extra tips and info that weren't mentioned in the series. Finally, thank you all for watching and being so patient during the series production. If any new finds are made, the series has been designed so we'll easily be able to re-release a video with updated changes. With all that being said, continue to mash through the final cutscenes. Your final time ends when the last text box, "May we meet again in another time and place," fully fades to black. And that's it. Congratulations once again, and thank you for watching this far. If you have any questions or comments, please let us know. We're always here to help. And with that, take care everyone, and we'll see you guys again soon.